falls apart, a dilemma that tears at the heart. Surah 7 foot 57 talks of prophecies, Muhammad's name in ancient decrees. Yet the Torah and Gospels disagree. No sign of Muhammad's prophecy. But if the Quran's the final say, it contradicts the Bible's way. If the Bible's true, Islam falls apart, a dilemma that tears at the heart. The Torah scrolls predate Jesus' time. The New Testament's truth in its prime. Teachings from disciples, close and clear, contradict what Muhammad brought near. But if the Quran's the final say, it contradicts the Bible's way. If the Bible's true, Islam falls apart, a dilemma that tears at the heart. Reconcile the words from long ago. The challenge lies where fate's winds blow. A dilemma set in ancient script, a question that won't easily be eclipsed. Truth revealed, can't disguise, contradictions rise. Open your eyes, they find words that not compromised. Uncover the lies, no compromise. Truth revealed, no more disguise. See the flaws, don't be blind. Divine words, they're not compromised. Uncover the lies, no compromise.
Well, there we are. Hopefully there's no technical difficulties. Just disclaimer at the beginning, there has been some issues with StreamYard itself with some of the browsers. Unfortunately, one of the browsers is the one I'm currently using. So we'll see if there's any lag or technical difficulties with that. But let's go ahead and dive on into the topic for today. The topic is this little halal video game that we will be looking at. Now, this is satire. This is what Muslims believe. This is not what Christians believe. Just putting that out there. But this ought to be some fun. This comes from Chris at Speaker's Corner, is the one who created it. And it is going to be very interesting. This has Christians and Muslims in it. So the Dawahists and the Apologists that you guys know and enjoy listening to are on there. And hey, welcome. A little bit of Arabic at the end of your name now. Cool. That's a change. I don't think I saw that last time. I just got the notification. Wow. Talk about getting the notification 3 minutes late on that one. Thank you, YouTube. You're always so great. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Let's go ahead and pull up the game itself. Here we go. Welcome. So, let's hear what it has to say.
Bro, I challenge you, bro, to a Mubahala.
So here we go, Mubahala challenge. And done by Chris from Speaker's Corners. You guys can join in on the fun by playing. The link is in the description below. But we're going to go through and do a little bit of a Let's Play on this. I don't do Let's Players on this channel. Lo and behold, some of you guys don't know that I actually did start with some video games originally, way back when, doing live streams. But Apologetics is where I need to be. So now we're doing Apologetics, and I'm clicking on the wrong screen. If you're not familiar with, if you listen to some of the music from this, let me know about the audio between me and the game. Let's make sure it's not too overpowering, but the music is from a bunch of different sources. One of those happens to be Sal, which is the music at the beginning of this live streams from him, and the music at the end of my live streams is also from him. So thank you guys for that, and it's going to be rather interesting. So this is a free online. He's put it out for everyone. He said that he would add more to it if people are interested in it. And if he starts getting donations from it, he'll look at pursuing it further. So let's see if I can do this a little differently here. And let me see here. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and double speed to catch up. There's not much to catch up on. We're just getting started. We're just diving into this thing. So I will do this in two parts. Part just looking at the functionality of it, how to play it. And then I think I'll come back on as an actual gamer, because I am a gamer, and sort of do a game evaluation on it as well. So let's go ahead and hit play here on the right screen. So the first thing is get to select your characters. Let me doggone it. Okay, let me try this one. Let's zoom it out a little. Right size, right screen. Too many screens. Okay, there we go. So now we have our character selection here. And Chris did say that he would expand this, or possibly expand this in the future. And that's the question I have for you guys. Who else do you think should be included in this list here as just suggestions? Again, Chris has done this all for free. So he just did this as a passion project after the whole Mohammad Hijab and his second secret wife Aisha's relationship. And he says, okay, fine, I'll just make this game and we'll have fun with it. So let's go ahead and go through the characters here. We have, of course,
I
Dizzle.
slammed this big old book right on my finger, and look what happened.
So we have Dr. Dizzle here, whose specialty is destroying Islam, building bookcases, a real OG. And you take a look at his being dressed up, all fancy. Again, I pointed out that it looks like Mike Winger, in my opinion. Elle said that's just how he dresses for debates. No, I think that he's supposed to look like Mike Winger. Just for the fun of it. Now, you got Saitama in the back, which is a fantastic little touch as well. Hey, welcome, brother. Welcome for the fun. This is a cute little thing. So we got him, and we got Dr. David Wood as one of our options we can play as. You can always click back on. He's got multiple phrases that he's grabbed. He says, nope, Mike doesn't wear a suit. Okay, well, details.
It is done, yes.
So we got Ollie Dawah here, who's out there shoveling prayer mats and trying to sell them out of the back of the trunk, just like you might think someone's selling, you get a gun dealer selling guns out of the back of the truck. Here you go. Ollie Dawah is selling prayer mats from the back of his trunk in order to make ends meet.
Let's do a Mubahala.
Of course, got Mohammad Hijab there in front of his fake college, where he's got all of his good sounding degrees from. And we got one saying Thaddeus, Robert Spencer. Yep, Thaddeus and Robert Spencer. Thaddeus would be a good one. Robert Spencer would be good to add on as well. And then we got, let's see.
You need theatrics. You need a lot of theatrics.
Mansur, I'm not really terribly familiar with him, but he's expert runner, 30 plus years of attempting Dawah. The attempting is the part that gets me. The attempting part. So then we've got
orgasmic level of connection to the one God.
Paul, which goes back and forth from pursuing Islam to being gay and back and forth. So white and definitely not gay and British accent. Those are his great, profound specialties, which is hilarious. So let's see here. Yep. Then we've got Aisha, which her facial expressions is her specialty, as well as her fashion and Mishya marriage. So then you got Avery, from Godlogic. Plugging on in there. It's hilarious that he's actually got all these worked in. He's done a great job on putting these characters and making the little characters and adding in the soundtrack and picking them out. I think that is funny as all get out.
There's nothing like camel urine.
We've got Sam Shamoun, and he'll debate anyone, no nonsense, and one-hit KO.
Stay away from Islam.
And of course, Apostate Prophet, which is truth seeker, Israel supporter, 100% Christian. Cool. So, let me ask you guys in the chat real quick. I'm going to go back through and catch some more of their dialogue, just because some of the things they say is hilarious. Let me know what you guys want. Who should I go as the first run through this?
We need to wipe our butts with an odd number of stones so that our wiping can be more like a
So let's go ahead and go back through. Let me know who I should hit here. Yes, the point out here from the Prophet Tales. Yes, the nod. He did say that it's the nod to the Prophet Tales there, having that. So let's go ahead and hear some more of their catchphrases going on through.
Oh, well, very thoughtful of you to ask, neighbor.
You little weaklings.
Little weaklings, huh? Got one vote for AP.
Mubahala with you, bro.
The gospel has been lost in oblivion in the different writings.
Which is why I am a gay Muslim.
This earth is only 4,000 years old, 6,000 years old.
Can anyone else smell what the chef is cooking?
The 24-inch pythons get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Hi everyone and welcome. This is the Apostate Prophet.
Should have used the "we're proud of it." Well, you know what?
Guys, we're 162 pounds away.
162 pounds weight. I don't know if you guys ever watched his live streams where he's doing the fundraising. He's constantly increasing that. We're only this many away, only this many away. And then as soon as they hit it, it's like, oh, well, we're only this many away from this next section. It's like, that's not how you do that stuff. You put a goal and then you actually accomplish it and you have a celebration of that accomplishment, not just like, oh, let's see if we can get more money out of this. So we have either Wood or AP. So Wood or AP. Here we go.
TikTok time to rock.
Wood or AP.
I call myself the Apostate Prophet.
I think I'll go with the Apostate Prophet because I haven't actually seen him do his thing. So, you know that you picked it, we hit play. Then you can select your stage. We have the Secret Hotel, Muhammad's House, Speaker's Corner, Dual Carnane's Iron Wall, which is very important after all. We have a church, McDonald's restaurant, Masjid. See, this one I don't get. I don't really run into Majah's too much. Majah too much. But Majah's room, moon splitting, and then where the sun sets, which is again in a muddy pool. I would lean towards the moon splitting because that's one of the more popular videos on my channel. But let's see here. Let's go with the McDonald's. Why not? Let's just go with the McDonald's. Let's go with McDonald's. That one sounds fun. So here we go. So now we got to pick two of these to put together. Well, 3 of them to put together. So we pick 3 cards to put together to complete a sentence. It seems that we are taking on Mohammad Hijab himself at McDonald's, which seems to be poetic. So let's see here. Let's go. You are insincere, so read the whole Talmud in 2 days. So you're trying to build a sentence together, and then Allah is supposed to judge between the two. Which again, it's not how Bahala is supposed to go. Let's see, 2 days with Sheikh Google. With Sheikh Google. Let's go with that. Here we go, and go for judgment. There we go. We made it successful. We did it fantastic. During prayers, I keep thinking about the time I'd wear my hijab, but only on Zoom. I think there's a dead giveaway with the periods being at the end. So I can only see some. Here we go. Give that a shot. See if that works. Problem is, I think the text goes too quick. I can't normally grab it. Crap.
Oh, I'm dead.
So there are supposed to be 3 stages. There's happy, mad, sad, and you lose. So 3 strikes and you're out. So we're on stage 2 here. Okay, I was just looking at the beginning of each one. There are some that are capitalized, some that aren't. I think that might be a bit of a issue. So what's the NGL and where can I? Let's try to it selected. Subscribe to Mike Winger. But don't say 3. So let's see what the judgment is.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar!
You are a complete idiot.
But that was so much better. Okay, so I might be a little biased. Got a question. So why so much hate against Islam? The list just keeps going on and on and on. The more you read, the worse it gets. I'd refer back to all the other videos and showing that Islam is false. If something is taking people to hell, it is worth hating. Period. I'm not talking about hating the people. I'm talking about hating the religion, the ideology itself, no matter what that is. Do Snapchat Dawah. I want to use that one. I want to get the capital in first, see if that's a thing. Okay. I can't really think of any that match that. The only halal excuse to skip Fajr is when you. That could work. Do Snapchat Dawah.
And he said, no, I don't. You can say that.
Let's go with that. There we go. Metaphysical matter. Put that on there. What has it done? Quite a bit. Endorse slavery, diminish the human value, encourage people, bring people into hell, as well as continuous violence against those who do not believe in Islam. Long list of what Islam has done. Just take a look at Reliance of the Traveler, as well as what the Hadith actually says, including the Hadith that talks about Jews and Christians paying for the sins of Muslims on the day of resurrection, because that's definitely a big deal. If you only look at, if you look only at the Quran, you would make a mixtape called Surah Flex.
Irrelevant. If you didn't have children when you were very young, the chances are you would become extinct.
And tell others to join in. Let's see if we can do this, because this is the last one between us to be able to hold this together. Make a mixtape. Yep, we made a mixtape. Let's see if Allah takes our mixtape or not. Yes, he does. He likes the mixtape. It's funny because I've done this before and I never won. This is actually the first time I've ever actually won this game. Game over. So then you got a donation option they can do. There's actually a way to win. So it's not just something that's random, although I thought that would have been funny if it's just Allah being random. And he just picks one willy-nilly that wins.
Bro,
so there we go.
To a Mubahala.
We won our first Mubahala. Congratulations.
Why do you say my book's being changed? When your own book told you to read it.
I don't know how that would work with all the cards. You could make one huge sentence, I guess, but you do have to have some limiting factors on it. I'd say, in my opinion, the fun, and we got the start screen here. One of the most enjoyable things is, of course, you've got the Quran verse of the day, which pops up, which is always so enjoyable to watch. And you got tutorial.
People need to understand the
tell you how to
levels
do
of this
it.
game.
Step 1, pick 3 cards. Step 2, make sure they are funny. Funny phrases. Then step 3, present your Mubahala to Allah. Step 4, question. Step 5, profit. That sounds about right. Throw it into the big black box and pick from there. So let's see here. See a comment that I want to make sure I got the context for, because I am not sure what has it done. For Christ. Has a big impact. Big impact on what? Would I like to debate the deity of Jesus? Sure, it's a pretty simple task, considering the Bible says that he is God. In fact, Jesus says he is God. No question about that. Before you try to debate that topic, make sure to go and read the Bible first. It'll save you the embarrassment of screwing up. So we got our first GOAT level donation. So my wonderful wife If you'd be so kind as to grab the goat and bring her on in, we will have ourselves some goat time as well. Make sure, I don't know if she's still in the chat or not, but I will send her a message to remind her as well. So that's not faith, that's just confusing. You either believe it or say it's a lie, but you can't stand in both camps and try. My wife is currently there. Fantastic. Okay, so she'll bring that over shortly. Okay, if you're saying let's debate it, well, I'm not going to debate you in the chat, but that's not the point of this. If you want to call in on one of the open call-ins and talk about it, that's also fine. We can do that on one of the open call-ins. That's not the point of today, man. It's not the point of today. It's either from God or it's a fraud. The house won't stand if the walls are flawed. Suggested next video title: what is more silly, to be atheist or Islam? That would be a hard argument. That would be actually a hard argument. I would not sure where I would get there. Says I've read the Bible. I studied Christianity for about 4 years. Okay. So you've studied all the Bible. So you've read all the Gospels, including the Gospel of Abraham. Is that one they've read too? Or not? And we have got a goat. Atheists believe in fewer false gods. Well, sort of. There we go. Come on in here. So here we go. Here is the goat. Don't bite me. So there we go. Here, let me turn this on full. Don't eat my micro. Hey, don't eat my equipment. No eating equipment. There you go. Or my drink. Oh my goodness. A cascade effects that I did not realize on. So she's looking for all of her friends, which don't seem to be here right now, except for me.
She wants a Quran. What kind of monster are you? Not even giving her something to eat.
One wanted her to eat that. I'm talking about the thing you brought over. The Quran, fine. It's up for grabs.
It's for you.
Yes. So there we go. Goat. Continuing studying it says I am continuing to study. I did not finish studying deep religion. Did you or did you not read the full Bible? I just want to know that. Did you or did you not read the full Bible? That's kind of what you're claiming. There we go. Okay. And now I'm goat covered. So, if you're saying that you've read the full Bible, fine. For friends or a Quran to eat. I have a Quran here, but she's not yet eaten it. I have not yet given her a Quran salad yet. Just need to have. There's been no need for it yet. Yet being the key word. You thought it was a thin dog at first. Nope, that would be the goat. That'd be the goat we bring in every now and then. With that. She's pretty good. She's a good goat. Much like a dog in a lot of ways. So.
And the number of circuits around the Kaaba is also odd. 7. Whenever any one of you is required to
stone. So you have read the full Bible. So you've read the Gospel of Oh, man, alive. Man, my brain's... You've read Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and the Gospel of Abraham. Just want to confirm they've read everything. Not just bits and pieces. You haven't just chosen, oh, I'm just going to read this verse here. I'm going to skip this book. I just want to read this one. Can read the full Bible, but don't mean they've read it with wisdom. Well, some people claim to read the full Bible who haven't actually reading it. Doesn't take 4 years to read the Bible, even at a slow pace. I can actually agree with that. I'm dyslexic and I can read it in less than 4 years. So let's go in through this again. Let's go through one more Bahala. Who should I select? Who on this list should I play as? I wish there's a couple things. Now, from a gaming standpoint, I find the beginning and the selection hilarious. I really do. I find all the little...
Because no one can change his words.
Catchphrases, all the little imagery, all the hidden little things. I mean, you gotta pay attention. It's very interesting. I like that. But I think it falls apart a little bit once you get into the actual game itself. It seems to be a bit repetitive. But, again, he did it for free, so no complaint too much. So who should I play as? Where's the Gospel of Abraham? What, did you read it or did you not read it? Yes or no? Just answer the question.
Look at this. Already had the big boy cup.
Is it in the original Bible? Ordinary Bible. What's the ordinary Bible? Let me ask you that. So let's go ahead. Let's do David.
Miracle of reinterpretation.
The miracle of reinterpretation. Let's go and do that. And let's do McDonald's. Let's do the mood splitting. Yep, there we go. Let's see here.
Sure, I rustled some cattle and bundled some sheep, but my main concern was whacking to the beat. I don't bother nobody, I'm a real nice guy, but I like them real little because I like to hear them.
So no, I did not read it. I picked up the King James from eBay and never saw the Gospel of Abraham. Well, at least you never saw it because it doesn't exist. It's not in there. And you should know that. The fact that you're hedging shows a bit about how much you've actually studied. Because you should have been able to instantly tell me, no, that doesn't exist. There is no Gospel of Abraham. At all. Is it the FBI? Anti-FBI. Interesting. I haven't actually seen some of these before.
Why are you interfering?
Let's see, make sure I didn't screw anything up. There we go. Okay. TikTok time to rock. Okay, that's too poetic. Let's listen to Islamic death metal. Let's see here. But remember, your Lord is not one-eyed. I think sentence is weak at the end, but I think it should work. We'll find out.
I can't for the life of me understand.
So you're saying, again, you say, again, I'm taking the study very slow. I'm working on textual criticism. I'm not on that part of it yet. Just got into it. Well, what part are you on yet? Because if you're saying I've read the Bible and then you tell me later on, well, I'm just getting into it after 4 years of studying it. That's pretty slow, bud. Anyways, would you like to debate? Buddy, I don't... Dude, you need to study more first. Go study. Again, I already told you what the requirements are. You can call in when I have an open call-in, and we can go through that. It's on the council organizing the Gospels. So you aren't actually reading the Bible. Read the Bible first, bud. Stop jumping. Stop migrating around. How much more do I need to study? Well, let's start with actually reading the Bible. That would be a good place to start. I've read the Bible. Yes, there is a slight delay between the two, bud. There is. So you hear me after I see your comments. So, buddy, let me ask you, what is the most impactful, prominent verse within the Bible, according to you? What's your favorite verse? See if you can get that one. While I destroy this Muslim in this Mubahala. So far, I haven't actually had to go up against a Christian. What's the Injil and where can I... Enter doesn't work. Enter should work. Enter should select. The keys work otherwise. Injil and where can I... Make Dawah dunya requests followed by gossip. Say Bismillah before shots. Go with that. Say that John 7, verse 3, granting the Bible is true. Well, according to the Quran, the Bible is true. So, what exactly about that verse? Well, the Quran does grant it is true. So, let's see here. Select here. Start a private only Dean's account. I want to use that one. Just for the fun of it. Please donate to my Patreon so I can start a private only Dean's account. Let's see here. There doesn't seem to be... here. Since I yelled Allahu Akbar at a fireworks show. Let's go with that one. Yep. The Quran affirms the Injil, but Islam teaches the opposite of the Injil. Absolutely.
What sort of man robs another man's caravan?
Is irrelevant. If you didn't have children when you were very young, the chances are.
Ooh, okay, so how long? According to the Bible we have now is not corrupted. More accurate. Well, the question is, let me ask you, when was that corruption? When exactly was that corruption? Who's cheating on this game? If you can tell me how I'm cheating on this game, that would be fantastic. Because I'm not even sure how it works. I'm guessing. I'm not the one who programmed it.
Alhamdulillah, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with what happened. Alhamdulillah, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong.
Let's see here. Let's go. Let's try a halal version of when you no. I need 5K to get out of debt and
You only want to deal with young ones, untrained ones, little ones, in uneven situations, and vice versa. You only want to deal with
share hadith without fact checking.
little ones in uneven situations, and vice
Can you eat my chicken? That would not work so well. But the Trinity. Go with that. See if it works with just throwing a bunch of random ones.
There is no such thing as
Cheat to lose more often than win. What? Okay. You know what? I'm going to... Okay. You know what? You want to do this? Fine. You'll do this as well. You want to challenge? Okay. Here we go. Oh no! David Winger is out. They can add Mike Winger. Mike Winger to this would be hilarious. So, okay. I've added the call-in link to the chat. Come on up. Show me where in the Quran it says that the text of the Bible is corrupt. I would love to see that. You have the opportunity right now to do it. You say you've been wanting to do a debate. Fine. Come and show me. Come and show me. Where in the Quran does it say that it is the Bible and the Injil that they had in the 6th century was corrupt? Kill that. There we go. Okay, we're done with the game. Game was fantastic. Good. Now we're on to an opportunity for him to come on up here and debate, just like he's been wanting to continuously challenge me in the chat to come up here and have a debate. So come on up. Come on up. Come show me. Come on. I'd love to see. You stated it in the comments. Come on up. I'd love to see where this is, because that'd be pretty cool. So come on up. I will wait. I'll wait a little bit. Meanwhile, we're waiting. I will let you guys, we'll give him a few minutes to join on up. Until then, I do have a video here for you guys to enjoy about the upcoming Seek and Share Truth Conference in Youngstown, Ohio. So let me go ahead and put that on up and let that play while we're waiting for this Muslim to come join us.
Would you like to go to the greatest apologetics conference this country has ever seen?
Have you ever thought about how to share the gospel with culture?
Have you ever wanted to see Islam and Christianity battle intellectually in groundbreaking debates?
Have you ever wondered why Islam is growing so much here in the USA?
Have you ever wondered how anyone lives their life not knowing that the perfect eternal word of God become a man, not just to speak the truth, but to die for them?
Have you ever wanted to know how to move conversations about identity over to the gospel?
How can a sinner be right before a holy God?
Have you ever wondered what God thinks about women?
Have you ever wanted to seek and share truth together better than ever before with like-minded and uniquely gifted brothers and sisters?
Did you realize that Muhammad is actually in the Bible? But it's not what you may think.
Have you heard of the infamous satanic verses? Would you like to hear more? A lot more?
Have you ever wondered why, according to the Quran, Allah is Satan and Jesus is God?
Would you like to understand ways in which you can better convey the sanctity of human life?
Have you ever wondered about why so many people are being attracted to Hebrew Israelism?
Would you like to know why Dawah is crumbling?
Have you ever wanted to hear me sing? Probably not. Have you ever wanted help do a ministry on YouTube more effectively?
Would you like to master the Islamic dilemma?
Have you ever wanted to see Daniel Hakikachu and David Wood face off as Daniel tries to debunk the Islamic dilemma?
Did you know that the Islamic model of God is not able to explain miracles, but the Trinity not only can, but is the only model of God that does it perfectly?
At this conference, you'll learn how to identify a cult, how to give proper biblical responses, and hopefully win them for Christ by preaching to them the true gospel of Jesus Christ according to biblical revelation. We will also be dealing with atheism and agnosticism and other philosophical worldviews that are in opposition to the biblical faith, which is Christianity.
Whether you're Christian, Jewish, Muslim, atheist, or none of the above, if you'd like to learn more, we'd love to have you join us at this year's free Seek and Share Truth Conference in Ohio and online. If you'd like to support our missions, attending our free conference, outreaches, and/or debates, praying for us, donating to help us cover our speakers' costs, and inviting others to come and do the same helps so much. If you'd like to learn more, check out our website and RSVP for free today. And if you have any questions, know I'm here to help. We hope to see you there. And either way, thank you so much for your consideration. And may God bless you with his guidance always.
Okay, there we go. So if you guys want to join us for that free Seek and Share Truth conference, there are the QR codes are there. You can scan that on whatever device that you have and get your tickets there. If you want to donate to it, then you can go ahead and get that as well. So the Muslim in the chat said, 1 second, coming up. I'm assuming you're saying you're going to be joining in 1 second. Sadly, that was at the beginning of that video. So it's been more than 1 second. Ah, there we go. Fantastic. Okay, welcome.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Good. So, again, where in the Quran does it say that the gospel is corrupt as to the written text? Not that they're saying that they're twisting the words.
I thought that we agreed to the Jesus divinity debate, not this.
No, that's what you said, and I said, "Come on up and tell me where that is in the Quran."
I thought
because you said that the Quran says that.
I thought the whole.
Where does it say that?
Yeah, but you said I kept challenging you, and I challenged you on Jesus divinity. So I was switching topics.
That's what I called you to come up here for. Was Jesus your statement
divinity?
Right here? Saying that the Quran does confirm the Injil.
But you also said that.
And the Torah. Mm-hmm. And it also says that it's corrupt. So where does it say that it's corrupt? Or were you lying?
I have no problem debating this, right? No, no one is lying.
Here, give me a reference so I can go check it.
But, okay, one moment. You said that you keep challenging me, so here you go, get this link, you come up. So I came up to defend the challenge, to challenge you on the debate that I thought we agreed on.
No. I said I'd like to hear where in the Quran does it say that the Bible and the Torah, as they're written, are corrupt.
Should we go back to where you said that?
I mean,
should we go back to when you said that? Come over here and debate to the replay when you said
Just answer the question. Where does it say that's corrupt?
The challenge. No, but look again. I have no problem with that.
Answer
But
the
you're switching
question.
the topics. We agree
Buddy,
on Jesus'
buddy.
divinity.
I'm not switching. I said this is what I was going to let you up for. Was this? I said you could call in when I have open call-ins for the other topic. This topic right here is what I'm asking about.
Okay, you want to do the Islamic dilemma? That's what you want to do.
I just want to know where you're saying you made the claim. I'm just asking, where's your source?
Yeah, Baqarah 75.
So that would, do you want to share it?
Baqarah 75 should say, do you believers still expect them to be true? To you, through a group of them would hear the word, though a group of them would hear the word of Allah, then knowingly corrupt it after understanding it.
It says Baqarah?
Yeah, Baqarah 75.
So let me go ahead and share this for everyone to see.
Mm-hmm.
So right here it is. Let me zoom up a little more because it's kind of hard to see. Right there. And where does it say that the written word is corrupt? Because it doesn't.
Sorry, what?
Where does it say that the written word, the Injil, is corrupt? You already did. I'm looking at it right now.
That's a word for word fallacy. That's a word for word fallacy. That's a word for word fallacy.
Okay, so it doesn't say that the Injil is corrupt. Okay, thank you.
It doesn't have to say specifically the Injil is corrupt. We know that it's corrupt because of the context, because of the inferences.
So there's only you saying that the Quran only inferences that it's corrupt after saying that it is reliable, that it is what is between your hands, you are to judge by it, or you are directly disobedient. After condemning people for not judging by it, now you're saying that Allah is now saying, and this is very early, this is 2, so chronologically this is very early.
Again, you're bringing up, you're doing something
and now you're saying that because the later verses abrogate this.
You're doing a fallacy. No, there's no abrogation of this. Absolutely not. You're doing a fallacy, something called a word-for-word fallacy, where you want, for example, if I were to ask you, can you show me where Jesus in the Bible says explicitly that word for word,
well, the
I am God.
One says that the Injil and the Quran are reliable.
No, it says that it's confirmed. It says that this is what has been sent to the people before you. And it also says
it's between your hands.
One moment.
And that was stated later on.
Oh my God.
This is outdated. This is abrogated, bud.
There's no abrogations of this. Go ahead and show me the abrogation.
Sure. So let's see here. So you're saying that later on, when the Quran confirms the Bible, because that's what it does later on, confirms the Injil.
Later on, it confirms it.
Later on. So if you get a later passage, does that not override? Because it would contradict otherwise.
Let's see the
later. Why would you judge by something that is unreliable?
Let's see. Let's see the thing that you're talking about. Go ahead.
Sure, right here. Let the people of the gospel judge by what Allah has revealed in it. If it's corrupt, then how would we know?
So who's it telling? Who's it telling? Let the people of who?
The gospel. So the Christians judge by it. Right?
Okay. Judge by what Allah has.
Or are you saying that no?
Judge by.
Yes.
1 second. Judge by what
and
Allah has.
And those who do not judge by what Allah has revealed are the rebellious. So I don't want to be rebellious, so I need to judge what is in the gospel, right? And that would be the gospel we had during the 6th century.
Okay, let's look at the context real quick. Let's look at press continue right there. Give me a moment. Let me open up here. 48. All right. Let's see. Yes. So this is talking about to the people and Torah revealed before him and given the gospel containing guidance revealed. Yeah. So again, this is talking about the Quran, to judge the Quran by what has been revealed in it. For example, this
Really?
what's telling
So
you
we're to
here.
judge the Quran
For
by
the
the
people,
Quran?
1 second. No.
That's
So
laughable. That logic's pathetic.
No. You misunderstood me. I said for the people of the gospel to judge the Quran by the gospel. To use for the people of the gospel to use the gospel as a criteria for the Quran. Like for a
Yes.
Christian, for you as a Christian, right? To take the Quran,
The Bible.
to take the Bible as a criteria to the Quran.
Yes.
Okay. It's still it's confirming it. It doesn't mean that's unreliable. For example,
So why would I use? Are you saying that Allah is telling me to use a corrupt guideline to judge the Quran by? Is that what you're saying?
There's some truth to it. There's some truth in the gospel, and there's some truth, and there's some false to the gospels as well. So there's
Are you saying that I should disbelieve in some of the scripture and reject the rest?
I'm saying that you should believe in what is correct and what is true, as in from a Muslim point of view.
And how would you
1 second,
get
1
that
moment,
according to you? Because
1 moment.
if I'm using
gonna
something as a
explain.
criteria, if I'm using something as a criteria,
Okay, listen.
if I'm told to use this as a measuring stick to line up with the Quran right here, and then you say, "Oh well, you need to only take bits and pieces of this to measure up," because that's not what it's saying.
You didn't let me
at all.
You didn't let me finish. I was trying to explain to you from a Muslim point of view. From a Muslim point of view, for example, you would take to whatever is you would take it for any verse in the Bible, and you would compare it to the Quran. If the Quran confirms that, or it hasn't, or it confirms,
no, that's not how you use criteria, buddy. That's the opposite.
That is.
You would
then
use
how would
the
you use
older
criteria?
version. Wait, this is basic stuff, bud. You'd use the older stuff to confirm the later stuff. To say, hey, this is teaching the same thing that the Injil is, and then I would go to the Injil, and then it would teach the same thing. Which, guess what? It doesn't.
Okay.
So I would have to say, based upon the criteria given, the Quran would be corrupt then.
For a for you as a person that believes in the Gospels as a Christian, you would look at the Quran and compare it to the Gospels. Now, whatever is not 1 second, whatever is not in the Quran, oh my God, whatever is not in the Quran would immediately fall to be false. Because
that's not how you use criteria, bud.
That is exactly how you.
That's the opposite of what you told me at the beginning.
How would you use?
That's using the Quran as a criteria for the Bible to judge the Bible, which would be moronic.
Okay, what is the definition of a criteria? What is the definition of criterion?
You would use a criteria, a guidelines.
So what is the definition?
Something. So if something came later on, said, "Hey, you can verify me by what was written before because I'm teaching the same message," and then we go to what it's saying verifies it. Oh, that doesn't verify it. Then this would be false based upon that. Okay. That's how you use criteria correctly.
No, I mean criteria pertains to standards used for comparing others. That's it. It's not about whether newer or older or anything like that, unless you want to put that as a standard. No, you can use the Quran as a criteria against the Gospels. For example, if the Gospels were to claim word for word, again, it's word for word fallacy. If it were to claim, can you hear me well, or is it my far?
I'm just waiting for you to finish.
I mean, I'm asking, can you hear me well, or my voice is far away?
Yeah, I can hear you well.
Okay, perfect. I don't want to just finish and you not understand anything, right? I want you to listen if you can, and actually, understand what I'm telling you. Understand? Like, for example, if I were to take up the definition of a criterion is a measure, standard, or guideline used to make decisions or evaluations, right? Now, where in the definition of criterion does it include new or old? Like, that has nothing to do with it. You can
Okay.
use,
If
again,
I say,
one moment,
I came, no,
one
you
moment.
asked me a question, I
Like,
get
for
to answer
example,
now. I get to answer now.
oh,
Okay? Shut up. Thank you. If I say that I'm coming as a prophet, and lo and behold, Muhammad talked about me. In fact, I am going to give you the same revelation that Muhammad gave you in the Quran, in this new book that I'm going to give, and then I give you that book, would you then judge the Quran by that new book? Yes or no?
what is this new book? What is it talking about? What
Yes
is
or
it
no?
about?
Just answer the question.
What
Would
is
you
it about?
judge the Quran by my new book? Because I said that
I need to
the
know the
Quran would
content.
testify that I'm a prophet, and I have this new book. Would you then take this new book and use it to distinguish what is true and false in the Quran?
Use the new book, to distinguish what is in the Quran? No,
What is true and
absolutely not.
false in the Quran?
No, absolutely not.
No.
Because in the context,
That would be stupid.
The context contradict.
It would say that the Quran obviously says that it's
I like
contradicting
how you,
what's
I
in the
like,
Quran. So
I like,
it
I like
can't
how you mentioned that,
possibly be
because the
used
gospel
correctly.
also contradicts the Quran in many ways.
Yes. So therefore, the Quran would not be valid.
No,
Using the same criteria you just used, bud.
using your logic, for example, this is your logic. Older is better. Older means more accurate. Newer.
No.
This
If
is what
I
I'm
say that I'm relying, here's what I'm actually saying. Pay attention.
Okay.
If I say that this book here, say hypothetically, if a book came later on saying, hey, I'm relying on this book over here, and this book over here is teaching the same lesson that I'm teaching, believe me, because I'm teaching the same lesson, I would not take this book and then judge the older book, the one that's appealing for authority to, as the criteria. I would use the criteria that it's saying, which is the older book, to judge the newer book and see if it's valid or not.
Okay, so what I'm getting is that you would use the Quran, the Bible, because it's older than the Quran, as a criteria. Is that what you're saying?
Because the Quran claims it is the criteria to it. Yes, because we are to judge by the gospel. Because we are to go back to the Injil. If we don't, we are directly disobedient. We are those of the losers.
For who?
So yes, I would judge the Quran based upon the Bible, and the Quran doesn't even pass the basic sniff test.
Okay, and that's you as a Christian, right?
Yes, in fact, it says if anyone doesn't, they are the directly disobedient.
No, it's talking about the gospel, the people of the gospel. You want to go back to the verse? Go ahead, scroll back up. Go ahead, scroll back up. Scroll down, actually.
One second here. This one says they are truly rebellious.
Yep.
But this is not the only place in the Quran that verifies the Bible, and you know this.
And there's not look, verifying and saying that the Bible, the Gospels, the Injil, and the Torah are confirmed. There's no problem with that. I confirm it. I tell you that it's confirmed. The only problem is the corruption. I can mention many verses in the Quran where it's not.
It never says in the Quran that the text is corrupted.
Okay, in the text, the scripture.
The scripture before it.
Open up to 13:12.
In fact, it condemns
Open up to 13:12. Open up to 13:12. Is that 13:12? 1 second. Let me see. Is it 13:12? 1 second. I might be giving you the wrong. Al-Ma'idah. Surah Al-Ma'idah. Okay. Oh, sorry. 5:13 to 12. The same chapter. 5:13 to 12. Or 12 to 13. This is right here on 13. Come here. But for breaking their covenant, we condemned them and hardened their hearts. They distorted the words of Scripture and neglected a portion of what they had been commanded to uphold. Yep, right there. They distorted the words of the Scripture. You want a text? This is text.
No, they
That's
did not
text.
change the words of Allah. Are you saying that they changed the words of Allah?
Yes.
Because they are twisting them. Sure.
Yeah.
They are saying them. They are
That's what it
teaching.
is.
They're hiding behind their, as according to what Muhammad said, they're hiding
distorted.
the word behind their back.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, what about 275? What about 275? Let me see if it's the thing. No. 275, is that it? Do you cover that part of them?
275.
Then distort the Torah. Yeah, then distort the Torah after they had understood it while knowing. There you go. Right?
Distort the Torah.
Distort. What is
the
what does
words
distort
used
mean?
here are
What
for
is the
audio.
definition of distort? What is
Buddy.
definition of distort? Go ahead.
To twist
what is
it in
to twist? To pull,
this,
twist.
they're talking about the words that they're using to twist it.
Okay, that's fine.
They also refer to them to twisting it for a penny.
Yeah. Okay. Twisting is also you can change. You change things.
It doesn't
by
say
twisting
that you change the written words, bud. I'm being very generic with this. I'm not doing an exact word. I'm just saying, where does it say that they altered the words? Period.
Moment. Find that out. Again, when you twist something, you change it because it's not in the form that it was. For example, if you're to twist, one second. If you're to
yes,
twist,
it is to take out of context. Not alter the text. It's to take out of context. Thank you.
Who's this Abla guy? Anyways, what? Okay, when you, for example, if you're to take let's say I give you a book, any book, and you.
Quran.
No,
okay.
Not the Quran. Any book.
I got the Quran right here.
Whose word is it by Bar Ehrman, for example? Whose word is it by Bar Ehrman? Okay.
The Quran. Who cares about Bar Ehrman? Bar Ehrman's
again, I mentioned you. I'm giving you an example. All right. Any book. Whose word is it by Bar Ehrman? Okay. Now you come over there and you twist the words. You say, actually, I want this word to be here and this word to be there, and change it. That is twisting. When you twist something,
so someone could do that to the words of Allah. Is that what you're saying?
People have done that, but not to the.
You're saying that someone can tamper with the words of Allah. Someone can change the words of Allah.
Yes, because that's
even though Allah says you cannot do that.
That's the Quran.
That Allah is the guardian.
Bring the verse and read the verse right after that. Go ahead. Bring that verse and read the verse right after that. I'll tell you it's about the Quran. Using the.
Go ahead and give me the reference then. If you know exactly where I'm going, give me
the
ahead. Reference.
Go bring it up. Bring it up. I'm asking you for the source.
Oh, buddy.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Searching it up.
Okay, here we go.
It's gonna be an amazing video.
Excuse me?
I said it's gonna be an amazing video.
Okay, right here. Allah is the guardian.
Oh my God. What?
No, this is the wrong one.
Okay, I got you. That's fine. Timothy, no. He made the claim, and I'm asking him to support his claim by bringing the source. That's how a debate works.
Dude, we're just having discussion, man.
Yeah,
if you don't know where the Quran says it, that's fine.
That's fine. Yeah. What does this Deus Volt mean? What is that supposed to mean?
Deus Volt means God wills it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Crusader battle cry.
I see. I thought the original to check. That's a good question, Brady.
Man, my brain is
I
just
don't know.
not. Man, I cannot find this reference. I did not have it in my.
Let's see if
my
I can
folder.
find it for you. Allah's word cannot be changed. Is it 6115 and 1827? Is that what you're referring to?
I'll go to 6115 to begin with.
All right. Surah Al-An'am. Oh man. Okay, this one. Read the one right before it. 1:14. Bring up 1:14 as well.
So you won't go 1:14.
1:14 to 1:15. Sure. Yeah. 1:14.
Okay.
Yeah. It says right here. Then it is other than is it other than Allah should I seek as judge? Well, it is He who has revealed to you the book, explained in detail, and those to whom we gave the scripture know that it has been referring to back to the book that has been revealed, that it revealed to you the book is the reference, is sent down from your Lord in truth, so never be among the doubters. And the word of your Lord has been fulfilled in truth and justice. No one can alter his words, and He is the hearing and the knowing. Referring back to the Quran.
Exactly. I love
this. Referring
no,
back
it's not
to,
referring to the Quran.
Of course it's referring
not referring
back
to the Quran at all, bud.
Of course, because of the background.
Okay, what's the book?
Verse right before.
Who's the book?
The Quran.
The Quran was not a book.
Because it's talking to the
Quran
Prophet.
Was not. No. When was the Quran written?
Again, the Quran, it's a book.
When was the Quran written?
During the time of the Prophet ﷺ.
Nope. After Prophet Muhammad's
Birmingham
death.
Birmingham manuscript. When is that
Birmingham
dated?
manuscript is dated after the Prophet's death, and it's given only as
it is
the papyrus that is stated. Stop it! It's the papyrus that is stated, and according to the Hadith, all other manuscripts were burned except for those of Uthman, who were later given. So the Birmingham manuscript, if it went all the way back, let's give it the doubt, went all the way back according to the Sahih Hadith, would only go back to Uthman when he burned the rest. So that would be after the time of Muhammad. In fact, Muhammad's followers said that they never did that. They did
do it.
They said that Muhammad never ordered them to put it into a book.
Do you know the
only
Quran
books that it could be referring to? The only books that it could be referring to are the Injil and the Gospel. That's it. Those were the books around at the time. The Quran was never an idea. Far be it for us that we would do something that the Prophet himself did not do.
Give me a moment. I swear I've seen this. Again, do you know what carbon datation is? Do you know how carbon datation works?
Yes, I do. And they carbon dated the paper, not the ink that was used. Thank you very much. Now, that being said, you would kill an animal long beforehand, and then that would then be stored, and you eventually get to it. Or if it's papyrus, you would then create it, and it'd be stored for a while, then used. And even then, according to the Hadith, he destroyed everything else other than the one that he manufactured.
What is the Quran al-Fatimi? Was that destroyed? Al-Quran al-Fatimi?
What are you claiming is the Quran Fatimi?
Al-Quran al-Fatimi is the one that Fatima radiallahu anha wrote during the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Was that destroyed as well?
According to the
Hadith,
that is
what we get from the Hadith. No, absolutely not, because they use that as.
Okay, give me a reference that says that one was not destroyed then.
Okay, because if you look at the hadith,
Uthman destroyed every other one except for this one.
If you look at that hadith that you are bringing up, you will see that that he used that Quran as a reference. Why would he destroy the Quran that he used as a reference? And also,
he burned
Kitab
all other
al-Mubin.
manuscripts except for the one. Are you saying that that's the?
what
Are you
is
saying that
Kitab
that's the
al-Mubin?
papyrus? Are you saying that that's the one that we have today?
What is the one that we have today? What is they saying? Papyrus? Who's papyrus? I don't see.
Okay, you're saying that that's the current Quran that we have today. Is that what you're saying? That predated somehow? Even though the hadith said that he destroyed all others except for the one he had? The one he manufactured?
Sorry, who
Again,
manufactured
give
what
me the
Quran?
one that says that he did not do it.
That he
Just
did
give me that one.
not do. That he not do what?
That he did not burn all of them. Give me the hadith.
Okay,
You're making the claim, bud.
But you made the claim already. You already made the claim that the hadith that you're talking about says it did everything, like all of the thing. So it's the thing relies on you now, because you already mentioned it first.
You made the claim that this
you
one
made it first.
You already, bud. You said that yes, he agreed with that.
Okay, that's fine.
But then you said that he didn't burn this one copy. What I'm saying is, show me where it says that he didn't burn this one copy. That's the claim that was made.
This is okay. Uthman, isn't it? Right? Uthman.
It's Uthman was the one who did it.
Right here, look right there. It says, so Uthman sent a message to Hafsa, radiallahu anha, saying, send us the manuscript of the Quran that we may.
Can you share it?
It's right here. Sahih Bukhari for 4987. 4987.
Okay, I'll pull it up. You said which one?
4987.
4987. Okay.
Yep. Are you bringing it up?
Yep.
Okay.
So was this when Uthman burned them, or was this afterwards?
Let's talk about Uthman. This is the whole event. Let's talk about the whole event.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so right here's where he burns them at the very end.
Okay.
Where does it say that he did not burn that one copy?
Let's go back and let's see. So Uthman sent a message. Bring it up on screen. Bring it up on screen. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, you good.
That I did.
No, you're fine.
There we go. I was already referring to it too. Yeah, because at the very end it says that he burned all the manuscripts.
I got you. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to Uthman sent a message to Hafsa, radiallahu anha, saying, Hafsa, the daughter of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is it? Man, I need to review a lot of things. It's saying, send us the manuscripts of the Quran, so that we may compile the Quran's materials in perfect copies and return the manuscripts to you. Why would he burn it if it's already sent back to her?
He didn't. It doesn't say he sent it back to her.
Yes,
he gives a promise.
Return the manuscript.
He says he would, but then he says that he burns the manuscripts.
No, but he did already send it.
He made an order saying that you would burn all the manuscripts.
No, but again, he already sent. Look, Uthman returned the original manuscript to Hafsa right there.
Where does it say it?
It's right there. Right there. Uthman returned the original manuscripts to Hafsa.
Okay.
They did so. and when they had written many copies, Uthman returned the original manuscript to Hafsa. He already returned them.
Yes, and then
he returned it to Hafsa.
Sent to every Muslim a copy.
He returned to Hafsa.
Yep, and ordered. And what did he order?
Did he not return it to Hafsa?
He sent a copy to Hafsa. Yes,
no, he sent
and then he ordered every Muslim.
No.
Then dude, I don't know if you just don't understand how chronological order works.
What did he return?
If I do A and then I do B.
What did he return? Okay.
He returned the original manuscript to her. Then he ordered that every Muslim burn them.
No. Not
so that would be that
why
destroying it.
Okay, why does it have to mention specifically that the that manuscript was burnt. Why? What's it going to help you with?
Okay, if I say that you burn every Quran out there, but before I say that, I send a Quran to my brother.
Okay,
and then I say everyone burned their Qurans, and then it documents that everyone burnt their Qurans.
That
would mean that everyone, including that document I sent, was burnt.
Which sent?
That's basic chronological.
Okay, did he burn the one that he copied?
With the exception of the one he had, the manufactured one, all other copies were burnt.
Okay, no, that's not the only exception. The other exception was the original manuscripts of Hafsa. That's obvious.
Buddy, where does it say that that's the exception?
Why would he? Okay,
you
where
keep
does it
adding
say
words to this?
No.
Where does it's not there?
No, because it logically makes sense that if man returned the original manuscript to Hafsa, why would he go back and burn the original manuscript that he copied from? What's the point of that? What's the point of burning the
so that there are no variants, which is what the original issue was?
No, but he copied from that. But he copied from that manuscript
within the Quran.
He
need to compile it again. This is basic history with this stuff,
bro.
Why do I go through basic history with you?
He used the Quran. He used that manuscript. He used that manuscript to copy it. It's obvious he used that. Why would he? Okay, why would he burn the manuscript that he copied from?
Why would he burn all other manuscripts?
You're not answering
if there's
my question.
Only one
question,
Quran, if there's only ever been one Quran,
answer my question and
why
I'll
would
answer
he
yours.
burn all the other manuscripts?
Answer my question and I'll answer yours.
No. Answer the question.
Answer my question. I'll answer yours. Don't jump around. Don't jump.
Very simple. He kept his word.
Don't jump.
And then he needed to order to make sure that it was manufactured and that it is all standardized.
Okay.
So then he ordered them all burned. Period.
Okay.
Now answer my question.
Why? You didn't answer. You did not answer my question. You just made some random. You made a cope.
I answered your question. The only thing is you don't like my answer.
No, I don't. Okay, repeat the answer so then I may review it.
He kept his word. He gave his word that he would do this.
Okay.
He then did this, but he still needed to make sure that the Qurans were all the same. So then he ordered them all burned. That's how I would say it.
That's not my question.
Why would he order the Qurans all burned then?
Because some of
I answered your question. Now answer my question.
You didn't even answer my question, but it's okay. Because you didn't even answer my question. I asked you why was the original manuscript that he copied from was burnt? Why do you think that? That's my question, which I didn't get an answer to. But it's okay.
I did answer that already. Now answer my question.
Okay, so your answer was
if you just say I'm just not going to, you didn't answer my question the way I wanted it, so I'm not going to answer any of yours. We're just going to go around in circles, bud.
Okay, but why would it logically make sense? Okay, for example, I'll give you an example. For example,
I already gave you an example, bud.
I'm gonna give you an example. All right?
We're done.
Let me give you an example.
My question. I've already answered your question.
I'll give you an example.
You didn't like the answer.
Then I'll give
because it explained it. Now, answer
the
question.
Okay, I'll answer your question. The question was, what was it again? Why was the copies burned?
Why would he need to order that all manuscripts be burned then?
Okay,
if there's only one Quran, why would he need to order them all to be burned?
Because most of them had, again, you're trying to drag me into the thing. What do you call it?
Just answer the question. You're saying that, you didn't want this one copy burned.
That's fine. That's fine.
But then you want all the other copies burned.
I got you. I understand. Okay, I got you. The other copies were mixed between the qira'at, which would confuse the other people that do not know the other qira'at. Understand?
Where does it say that?
That is just an explanation. Just
That's just your speculation?
No, and a logical explanation.
That's just your speculation. Thank you very much.
It's not my speculation.
Your loose speculation.
It's not my speculation. Okay, why would he
again? Let's go back. We're going to pull it back to the topic. That was the question. We've already shown again that the Quran does tell the Christians and the Jews to judge by what is between their hands. The Bible they currently have. Now, you're telling me that was corrupt before that point. Correct?
Sorry,
or is your stance that it was corrupted afterwards?
1 second, give me a moment. Oh, look. Go back to the hadith. Go back to the hadith.
Buddy, we have moved on now.
No. Go back to the hadith.
Answer the question.
I'm gonna prove to you that it's not a speculation. I'll answer your question. I'm gonna prove to you that it's not a speculation. Go ahead. Start from the beginning. Hudayfa ibn al-Yaman came to Uthman at the time when the people of Sham, all the way to the beginning, and the people of Iraq were waging war to conquer, let's say, Armenia and Azerbaijan. Hudayfa was afraid of their people of Sham and Iraq. Differences in their recitation of the Quran. Look, the qira'at right there. The differences of recitation.
Nope, it does not say the Quran. It says
yes.
differences within the recitation of the Quran itself. So different Qurans.
Yeah, so that no, not different Qurans. That's
different Qurans. Buddy. I've read the Walsh. We've gone through the Walsh.
Okay.
They're different. Okay.
It's a dialect. Do you know what a dialect is?
No, it's not a dialect. Stop lying.
Wallahi, it's a dialect.
Buddy, it's not a dialect. They're missing words.
Warsh.
There are words that are altered in order to make different things
all of those are
changed.
No. Dialect.
Buddy,
they're
not.
Yes, they
Stop
are.
lying.
It's just like how, for example, if you go to the UK,
and
you say, one second, one moment.
To pull it back to the topic, this is the last option to pull it back to the topic, or we're done. Okay.
We can refer back to the topic, but
we're going back to the topic now. You claimed
that's fine.
That the Quran tells us to judge by corrupted scriptures. Before or after, was the Bible, according to you, corrupted before or after?
Sorry, what?
Muhammad.
Was the Quran?
The Bible. When was the Bible corrupted, according to you?
The Bible
before
was corrupted during the time of the Prophet ﷺ, after the Quran, after the Prophet ﷺ, and before the time of the Prophet ﷺ, the 2nd century, 3rd century.
Okay. So you're saying that it was corrupted multiple times now?
Yeah, people keep adding on stuff to it, deleting stuff. They can putting in stuff.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So when exactly did it change from being Allah's word to not Allah's word?
When exactly did it? Sorry. When exactly do thing?
When did it change from Allah's word to not Allah's word?
Okay. When exactly did it change from Allah's word to not Allah's word? That is a good question.
That's the question.
Okay. Sorry, but some of your view. Okay, never mind. So when exactly did it change? Okay, I got you. So what is recorded because of what we have, right? Yeah, one of them is Nicaea during the time of Nicaea.
What council?
2nd century.
What council?
Council of Nicaea.
What council of Nicaea?
Man, I don't know the council.
There are multiple councils of Nicaea.
I don't know that. I don't know.
That'd be like saying, well, it was during the Vatican. It was at the Vatican. Well, when at the Vatican?
Again, I also mentioned the 2nd century. Did you not hear me?
2nd century. Okay.
Yeah, and as well, we don't even have
real quick.
We don't even have a thing from the 2nd century, do we?
We don't even have a thing from 2nd. Interesting. Okay.
The 2nd century we have is the P. What was 15?
Okay.
Oh my God.
Right here. Let me just. I'm just going to ask you a quick question about this.
Okay.
You are familiar with John 1, I'm assuming.
Of course.
By how you react. That's saying that the Word was God, the Word being Jesus, both agreed in the Quran and the Bible, that Jesus is the Word of Allah. So the question would be, would this be one of those that you would claim was corrupted?
I don't know. I couldn't answer.
So you don't know if this was corrupted or not?
I haven't looked.
But it says that Jesus is the Word.
Again,
and that the Word is God.
I just told you, I'm not. I don't know. I haven't looked into textual criticism that deep. I just started 2 months ago.
So you don't know if this one's been changed. The answer.
I don't know.
Okay. So based upon your theology, would you agree that this is in line with the Quran? Or would you disagree that this is in line with the Quran? Yes or no?
I don't understand the John 1:1 fully for me to.
Okay, just read it. That's the nice thing about the Bible. It actually gives you the full context, unlike the Quran.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And that, I don't know if it aligns. I'm still studying. As I mentioned in the
Word, referring to Jesus.
Sorry.
Would the statement the Word was God? Would the statement Jesus was God would that be contradiction with the Quran?
Yeah.
Or in line with the Quran?
So the word was God?
Yes, the word was God, which is what you read.
Okay, then how does that refer back to Jesus?
Jesus is referred to as the word.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, but how does that refer to him as being God?
Can you reread this highlighted section?
As I told you, I don't understand that fully.
The word was God.
You know what?
The word was God.
Let me pull up my notes, man.
That seems to be pretty big. He was with God in the beginning.
Let's see. Maybe I have something on John 1:1. Wait 1 second. Nah. I don't have anything on John 1:1. Yeah,
Okay, just read the
I can't really
context.
answer
Is this
to
in
it.
line? Yes or no? Is this in line with Muslim theology? Is this in line with the Quran? Yes or no? In the beginning was Jesus, and Jesus was with God. And
Whoa, wait 1 second.
God.
Okay, so Jesus is God, right?
With God in the beginning. Through
Wait, hold on.
him, Jesus, all things were made. Without him, nothing was made that has been made.
Okay. Okay. So
would that be a contradiction?
The word was God. I'm sorry. I got you. The word was God, and he was with God. So there's two gods. Because with
No, finish the sentence before you make that assumption. There is no two gods here.
You just committed a heresy. No, because when you say with already substantiates two people. So the word was with God, which means that there's two gods.
Finish the sentence.
I got you.
Cut it off halfway in the sentence.
Say, the word was God.
The word was
the word was with God, and
He
the
is
word
God.
was God. Now now since the word is God, okay, that would substantiate two people because of the word with.
Yes, two personhoods. Yes.
Oh, okay. So there's two gods at the same time. Nice. Okay.
No, that's not what it says.
Okay. I think
where does it say there were two gods?
Where does it say there's two gods? The word with substantiates there's two people.
Two personhoods, yes.
Two beings, actually. Because
the
word was with God.
Because the next statement defines the being. There's one being. Two persons, one being in this being described.
Okay, two persons, one being, right? So who are the two persons here?
Two persons here being God the Father and then Jesus.
Okay. Is God the Father all-knowing?
God the Father is all-knowing, yes.
Okay, Jesus is all-knowing as well, correct?
Yes, but he's not sent here to make everything known. If that's where you're going.
Mark 13:32, you want to look at that?
No, I want you to deal with this.
I mean, we can deal with this, and you can deal with Mark 13:32
Is this in line with... I'm just trying to understand where this alleged corruption even occurred.
Okay.
The
corruption. Okay, using the Quran's criteria, the corruption would be that the word was God. That would be the corruption.
So this is corrupted. This section here, John 1, is corrupted.
Yeah, sure. Using the Quran's criteria.
The problem with that is this is a first century text.
Do you have any evidence to prove that?
Papyrus 66.
Which one?
Papyrus 66.
Sorry, you kept cutting off. Which one?
Just gave you the reference. Papyrus 66 is almost a complete section of John, just ending in the missing a couple of sections in the middle. But John 1 is complete, as we have from the first century, dated from the first century.
Okay, is that from the first century you're claiming to be from the first century?
Yes, and you said it wasn't corrupted until the Nicene Creed, which was 326 or 325.
Yeah, and I also mentioned the second century.
Well, not Nicene Creed, but the Council of Nicaea.
Did you forget that I mentioned the second century as well?
No, you didn't mention that.
Yes, I did.
Because I
also
specifically, you said,
You want to go back to the replay? I said,
buddy, you
let's go back
said
to the replay.
that we do not have, shut up. You said you did not have any manuscripts from the 1st century, which I know you haven't actually done your research, because if you would have done your research, you would have followed on. Papyrus 66 is from the 1st century, dude.
That's a full manuscript. You're saying that papyrus is a full manuscript
of the book of John.
Of the book of John.
Which this includes, which you just said was corrupt. So
using the
sorry.
Quran as a
Again,
criteria. Yeah, that's
wrong.
Correct. Okay, when was that book that you're referring to?
And the Quran would be corrupt according to the earliest manuscripts we have of the Bible, which predate Muhammad a long time, even though Muhammad told us to judge by it. And even Allah told him to go ask the Christians and Jews to verify the stories that Muhammad was writing down, or was being revealed, because he never wrote down anything, according to Muslims.
Okay. Now, can you show me that book? Can you show me the manuscript? Do we have the manuscript?
It's a papyrus. It's a section. You can look it up. I don't have a physical copy, if that's what you're asking.
No. Do we have a?
They don't hand these things out.
Was it what? What?
Papyrus 66. You are more than welcome to look it up.
66.
It is dated anywhere between 100 AD and 150. So long before the Council of Nicaea.
Right here. It says the date right here. About 80 to 100 right here. 150 to 250. Now, yeah.
Weird. That's not the dates I got, but okay.
Yeah.
And then we have Papyrus P25, which is dated 125 AD. We also have Papyrus 450, Papyrus 45. Now that one is dated later at 250. We also have Papyrus 460. Oh my gosh. Papyrus 46,
which
is dated between 175. What?
Papyrus P52, P55 is reported to 6th and 7th century. Yeah.
But I don't know what you're getting. That one's dated at 125 AD.
Here, I'm going to search up right here. Date.
Seriously. Okay.
P55.
Buddy.
Classification, papyrus.
We can go through this. Either way, that is before Muhammad and would have been judged by Muhammad.
Wait. The 6th,
would have been in the section
century?
he said to judge by.
Okay. The 6th, 7th century is before Muhammad. Nice. Okay. That's fine.
Okay. That is not dated for that, bud. I don't know what crackpot website you're going to.
I'll show you my evidence. It's a simple Google search. Here you go. Yeah. What does it say right there?
Papyrus 55. Who said anything about 55?
You literally mentioned 55. I have it all recorded. Mm-hmm.
Dude, I did not mention 55.
Yes.
I mentioned P52. P52 is what is P52.
I was looking at 52. Okay. P52. I heard you mention 55.
If I did, then it was
25. Oh, P52.
We are looking
and how's that relevant? How is that important? How is the P52? How is the P52 any of importance to your divinity, the divinity of Jesus? Go on.
What are you talking about? We're talking about the corruption.
Okay.
Dude, now you're just changing. We're done.
Yeah, because we're talking. No, we're not changing. You changed a lot of things.
We're done. You now switched again and tried to go back to what you wanted. I am saying P52. Now, if I misspoke, I do apologize. If I misspoke, but we're not going on to another subject. If you want to call in at another time, we can call in at another time. But we weren't discussing the divinity, and I was very clear at the beginning. That wasn't why we're called up. He was called up to prove that the written text was corrupt according to the Quran, and he was not able to do that. He was able to show that, they say that they twisted the words. Sure. Anyone can twist the words. I can twist the words of the Quran all day long. That doesn't corrupt the Quran at all. I could even alter the Quran words in my Quran right here. I could rip pages out of it. That doesn't corrupt the Quran. In the end, we have manuscripts that we have over 225,000 early manuscripts of the New Testament, which is just pure. That's what we got. Plain and simple. And again, buddy, I told you we were not going to be changing subjects. I saw you do that, but that's not going to happen. The point of this live stream was to review the game. I was nice enough to allow you to come up. So, yeah. Nope. Not happening today. So, okay. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Do appreciate it. I'll probably clip this second half out because this was just an insane waste of time. I don't know, because it was supposed to be about the game. It was supposed to be answering one simple question, which he wasn't able to answer. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Do take a look at the upcoming Seek and Share Truth Conference. And as always, Dias Volt.
If I were to bring reasonable evidence that the Prophet Muhammad, that he was a true prophet, would you be willing to become a Muslim?
How about no? I don't buy your Allah. I don't buy your Allah. No, I don't buy your Allah. I don't buy your no.
I don't like your Allah. I don't like your Allah. I don't like your Allah. I don't like your Allah.
No.
I like Tim Hortons way better.
No.
Chugging gallons of maple syrup.
No.
I like Tim Hortons way better,
No.
Chugging gallons of maple syrup.
No. No. How about no? I don't buy your Allah. I don't buy your Allah. No. I don't buy your Allah. I don't buy your no.